Hey guys, Colorado Camperman Brian here. So in this video, I'm going to give you 6 pros of owning a truck topper or cap or shell or whatever it is that you call that cover that goes over the bed of your truck. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on our setup and why we bought a truck topper. So if you want to just skip ahead to the pros, I'll put down in the description where you can do that or the time that starts. So first off, as far as our setup, so we're actually getting ready to sell our 2005 Dodge Ram 3500 because the engine's broken, which is a whole nother story. But anyways, we've owned that truck for about 5 years. And of the last 3 years, we've owned our ARE truck topper. We bought it brand new to fit our truck exactly, and then we added the Yakima racks up on the top of it. So it just has sliding windows on the side and then, just one single door latch on the rear. And the reason why we originally bought this topper was because at the time we had just that truck and then my wife's Honda Accord. And when we would take family trips up to the mountains and go snowboarding or skiing or whatever, between my wife and I, our son, and then our dog, the cab was pretty well full of just, people and animals. And then we'd put all of our gear in the bed of the truck. Well, when you're going on a snowboarding and skiing trip, you're going to areas that get 200 to 400 inches of snow a year. And your gear tends to get snowed on. So we would put all of our clothes and duffel bags and all that stuff in large tubs and then put it in the bed of the truck when we would transport, and drive up there and stuff. That worked okay, but we really thought that a topper would be a much better option because then everything is covered and secure and we don't have to worry about snow getting on our gear and all that stuff. I also use our truck for work too. I own a painting business and a handyman business, and so just with my tools and all that stuff, I wanted to be able to have things secure under a topper to where I could go into Home Depots, Lowe's, whatever, and make sure that, when I come out, all my sprayers and tools and all that stuff are still there. So that was kind of the main reasons why we went ahead and we bought the truck topper. So now that you know my backstory about why we bought the truck topper and a little bit about that, the first thing that we're going to talk about and the big pro of a truck topper is that all your gear that you put in the bed of the truck is now covered. And this is an obvious one, but that is hands down the best thing about owning a truck topper. You can put your tools in there, or say you're going camping or hunting or whatever, or like I was saying, snowboarding and skiing. You put all your stuff in there. It can rain while you're traveling. It can snow, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything's covered, which is so nice not to have to worry about your gear when you're driving or when you're going into a store or whatnot. Which kind of leads into the second one, which is security. Security/protection. Again, with using the truck for work, I'll throw my sprayer in there, my power washer, smaller ladders. I do have an 8-foot bed, so I can fit, quite a bit of gear in there. But it's nice knowing that I can go inside Lowe's with all my expensive gear in the bed of my truck, and I'll come back out and it's probably going to be there. Now, obviously somebody could break the window and open it up, but they could do that if you had any any vehicle. So, but it is extremely nice to be able to lock everything up and have all your gear locked away and secured. That's one thing that's definitely great about owning a truck topper. The third pro of owning a truck topper is you now have a small camper setup. So I did a whole separate video, which I'll put a link to right now, about the pros and cons of truck topper camping. But there's definitely a lot of pros to truck topper camping. Your truck is obviously very versatile. It can go off-road, it can go in the city, it's smaller, And if you look around on YouTube, I mean, you'll see guys will deck out their truck toppers big time to these really nice camper setups and stuff like that. And it's really neat that you have the ability to do that at a relatively low cost. I mean, you can pick up used truck toppers on Craigslist for a couple $100. I've even seen guys that are giving them away for free. So it's definitely a great option if you want to have a small camper setup. So the fourth pro of owning a truck topper is that, at least in our experience, we actually got an increase in our fuel economy. So we noticed this especially while we were towing. So if you guys tow a travel trailer, I'm sure you guys, you can feel that kind of wind resistance where the wind goes up and over your truck, then it goes down by where your bed is, and it hits the camper. Well, with that shell, it just makes it a little bit more streamlined to where the air definitely seems to flow around things a lot better. So when we were towing our travel trailer, we noticed an increase in fuel economy of up to about 10%. And even just when we were unloaded and just had the topper on, we still saw an increase of probably about 5 to maybe 10%. It wasn't as big of a difference as it was when we were towing, but it was definitely something that we didn't expect, but something that we for sure noticed. The fifth pro of owning a truck topper is that you can utilize your truck bed under the topper. And if you get something like us, where we have the Yakima racks up top, you can also utilize that space above your topper. So we did this several times where we would have our kayak loaded up top on top of the topper, and then we'd have all of our camping gear and all that stuff in the topper. So it's really great, so you can fully utilize as much space as possible, within your truck bed area, so that's definitely a pro for sure. The sixth and final pro of owning a truck topper is that these things are very customizable. Now, when I say this, I'm referring if you buy them new, because you can get pretty much anything that you want with these. Obviously, you'll get it painted to whatever color your truck is. Ours is pretty basic. We didn't get too much add-ons, but we did get like tinted windows. We got slider windows on the side. We did add the Yakima racks. But man, you can really deck them out. You can put carpeting in there. You can put LED interior lights. You can put 12-volt sockets on the back. You can put side windows that pop up. You can do like a hard-sided back window / door. And you can get larger ones. You can get smaller ones. I mean, you can do so many things and make these very customizable to specifically how you're going to use the topper, which is really awesome because these things can be a huge asset. And, guys that just want to have a topper may just want a normal shell, kind of like us. But if you are going to be doing more camping, things of that nature, you're maybe, using it for hunting and stuff, you're probably going to want one of those taller ones where you have a little door and you can go in and out of it and, whatever. So it's really neat that you can customize them a lot more straight from the factory or just personally as well too. You can really do things by yourself, kind of DIY style. So those are the 6 pros of owning a truck topper from our perspective and our experience with ours. If you guys have any other pros of owning a truck topper, definitely pop them in the comments below. I'd love to be able to hear them. So I will be doing a video on the cons of truck toppers. So check that one out as well, and I'd love your feedback on that one too. So otherwise, thank you guys for checking out this video here today. If you enjoyed it, throw a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.